Ethical dialogue, Danielle Crawford and Hilary Mahoney. Scenario. School social worker finds it difficult to develop trust with students. Many students have learned about parent access to student records. One student confided in her that she is pregnant and needs to decide what to do about it. The girl has stated that she feels old enough to make her decisions and does not want her parents to know until she has developed a plan. She has asked for the social worker's help in sorting out her options, but has asked that the social worker not write notes of their discussion until after the final decision is made. NASW values and conflict. Dignity and worth of a person. Importance of human relationships. Integrity. NASW standards and conflict. Commitment to clients' self-determination. Informed consent. Privacy and confidentiality. Informed consent presumes autonomy, meaning people with the exception of minors are presumed competent and to have the capacity for self-determination. This strongly conflicts with our value respect to the dignity and worth of a person, fostering human relationships to include the practitioner-client relationship as well as the familial relationship. Principles to consider with informed consent are presumption of competence, consent is voluntarily given, and disclosure before consent. Self-determination. The NASW defines self-determination as social workers respect and promote the right of clients to self-determination and assist clients in their efforts to identify and clarify their goals. Social workers may limit clients' right to self-determination when, in the social worker's professional judgment, clients' actions or potential actions pose a serious, foreseeable, and imminent risk to themselves or others. The exception in this scenario would be that the student client is a minor. Therefore, the social worker has to make a judgment call of whether to tell the student's parents or let the client make that decision. Privacy and confidentiality. As social workers, privacy and confidentiality are our top priorities and vital for building rapport with our clients, to provide them with a safe place. As social workers, we are also responsible to uphold a certain standard, and so there are times when privacy and confidentiality have to be broken for the safety or betterment of the client.
Framer steps in ethical decision making. NASW values and conflict. Dignity and worth of a person. Importance of human relationships. Integrity. NASW standards and conflict. Commitment to client self-determination. Informed consent. Privacy and confidentiality. Individuals affected by ethical decision. Student and social worker. Roots. Students, family. Organization, the school. Ethical decision-making. Allow student to decide when and how to tell parents about pregnancy. Risk. Student could choose not to tell parents and not get adequate support and care. Benefit. Student could tell parents and create a new level of trust and connection with parents. Tell parents about pregnancy on behalf of the student. Risk. Resolve trust built with a student can cause more stress for student. Benefit. Ensure parents have knowledge of student's pregnancy and get proper care and assistance. Decide with student a plan to tell parents together. Risk. Student doesn't agree, parents never find out. Benefit. Have a safe space for the student to tell their parents and make a plan as a family. Allow student to decide when and how to tell parents about pregnancy. This course of action facilitates the client's right to self-determination by empowering the client to make the choices that are best suited for her by her. Empowering the client's right to self-determination while maintaining client right to privacy effectively blend ethical standards and values as set forth by the NASW. The argument against this course of action is that the client is not guaranteed the right to self-determination because of her status as a minor, and her pregnancy should be disclosed to her parents regardless of her wishes. Tell parents about pregnancy against client wishes. Despite being against client wishes, it is worth arguing that due to the client being a minor, informed consent is not applicable, and thus disclosure is then given to the person legally responsible for the individual seeking services, and disclosing her pregnancy would be in the best interest of the client. Though this course of action could be interpreted as not technically violating any ethical standards because of the client's status as a minor, it certainly does not adhere to the values set in place by the NASW, with specific attention being placed on integrity and importance of human relationships. Decide with the student a plan to tell parents together. In creating a safe space for the client to disclose her pregnancy to her family, it creates an environment of empowerment and trust and allows the development of a family plan with regard to the pregnancy. However, suggesting disclosure, despite the client's wishes to not disclose the pregnancy, can be interpreted as coercive and not in alignment with ethical standards and values outlined by the NASW Code of Ethics. Speak with school staff and supervisors about situation and decisions. Make decision and document decision-making process. Monitor, evaluate, and document the decision. Our decision for this scenario. We have concluded that despite the client being a minor, it is more important to recognize her right to self-determination as it relates to the choices she makes for herself and her pregnancy. We believe that despite being a minor, that she was competent in disclosing her pregnancy, as well as when she indicated that she did not want her parents informed of her pregnancy until and if she was ready to do so. Given that pregnancy is not typically viewed as posing imminent foreseeable harm, and adhering to the ethical standards and values of the NASW Code of Ethics, we will continue to provide her with information related to appropriate prenatal health, community-based resources for prenatal health care, as well as provide her with viable postnatal options while maintaining her right to privacy and confidentiality. If and when she chooses to disclose her pregnancy to her parents, we will facilitate the disclosure in a safe environment and collaboratively discuss options with respect to client wishes.
Here are our references. Thank you.